Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this lad, Pau Kubarsi, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence to go and get on the ball and link up with people further up the pitch. This guy's outstanding.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender. De Jong! Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Spread it left. Knocks it into space. And that is expertly dealt with. Not the most convincing of passes. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Lewandowski.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Barrios. Yamal. Llorente. Now it's Yamal. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Still goalless at the moment. Yamal. Can he finish? Koundé. This is De Jong. Foot in. Lewandowski. Looking for option. Alvarez! It's off target and by quite a way.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Koundé. And it's De Jong. Raul. And it's De Jong. Now it's Mbappe. That is good strength.
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high-tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Balde. And it's De Jong. That is ended up in no man's land. Raul. It's Pedri. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Lewandowski. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Mbappe. Half an hour played now. Pau Kubarsi makes a dash for it. De Jong. And it's Pedri. And he was quick to react. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And that could set him on his way. That's the keeper's ball. Hazard. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And here's Lewandowski.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And there's a goal! But that is not going to count.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Tries to play it through. Al-Kubasi makes the interception. Koundé, Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Neatly clipped into space. Tries a shot! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that?
Well, that might create a welcome problem for the manager, Peter. He was probably thinking of delivering something quite strong, but he's now got to scrap all that and think of something else before half-time. Something he's only too happy to do, I'm sure.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now.
That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Barcelona can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Llorente. That's a throw. Great vision. Looking for the far post. Getting up there! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And he's intervened well there. And here's Alvarez. Now it's Mbappe. Well, nicely intercepted. Barcelona are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Pedri. Now this is Lewandowski. And it's Barrios. Pinches it off him. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in. It's Lewandowski! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Lovely ball. Lewandowski! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pedri. Now it's Lewandowski. Threads one in. And it's been played through. He's being urged to shoot. And he shoots! And he can thump it away. And he should have made it 4.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Referee's given a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, Casa, será reemplazado por
Succumbs to the pressure.
el dorsal 22.
Barrios. Lookman. Lewandowski. Looking for a runner. Defending was strong and firm. Koundé. Pedri. Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Oh, that's fabulous. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Koke. And here's Alvarez. Raul. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9 será sustituido por el dorsal 20.
Alvarez. Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's there to belt it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Pedri. Nicked it back promptly. Balde. Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. This is De Jong. And this is Lewandowski. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Lewandowski. He's in a great position here. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! And no mistake. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So could they be onto something here? Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And this is Lewandowski. There's the delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And that has been cleared. So that's it. It is all over. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que obedezcan en todo momento las indicaciones de nuestro personal.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown...
It's Memphis Depay! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Tries to pass it through. And this is Dembele.
Pretty robust defending.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Now he's off and running.
That's positional gold. The utilisation...
Simmons! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Gusto. Doué. And it's Conte. Fofana. And it's Makalele. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! No, just over.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
That's a really buccaneering run he's making. Can he latch on to this? That's an excellent interception. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real...
Dembele! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Timber. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, it's come off the upright. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Now it's Gakpo. And that has left him in a heap. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Mbappe shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
France with the corner, they're first. Timber with the clearance. Delivers with whip. Dembele! Goal, France! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
After 23 minutes is number 6, Ousmane Dembele.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
What a throw in. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Dembele has it out wide and in space. And it's Fofana. He's having a shot! It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Pass somewhat off target. France have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Timber. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Dembele. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, some tackle that. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. The message is clear, none shall pass. Fofana does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's made its way to him. And this is Dembele. Well, that has not gone well. Xavi Simons. Aimed beyond the defence. Gakpo. And he's certainly onside here. De Jong, there's the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
France sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So the action resumes. Defending was strong and firm. De Vrij calmly anticipates. Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons running with intent. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's had it taken off him. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Doué. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And he's quick to return it. Conte. And this is Dembele. Not the most accurate pass. That's destined for the flank. And the counter is on. Xavi Simons has it in a wide position. Chance! And that was too close for comfort.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
France have got it back and they'll have another go. That's a cute ball. Gusto cuts it out. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Now there's a fine ball. Conte. Now this could be a chance. France with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Driving forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gusto, who's set up one goal so far. Well, that is one way to stop him. Gravenberg. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shifted upfield. No, that's been intercepted. Memphis Depay is onto this. It's a real chance! And that's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Gusto gets a foot in here. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Gakpo. Gravenberg. Memphis Depay receives it in a good position here.
The Netherlands really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 7, Javi Simons. Number 18, Gakpo. Coming on the field, number 19, Justin Kluivert.
Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked it up out wide. And that should get the job done. Makaleli. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 14, Malen. Coming on the field is number 30, Frimpong.
The Netherlands making further changes here, and in quick succession. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
He won't be happy with that one. And he's in on, and the shot! And it's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Quite a gem, this.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
And he's gone backward here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's been slipped through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Gravenberg. Mbappe
has been
Oh,
indicated.
it's Dembele. Nicely worked. Conte. Gusto. No way through. And here's Mbappe. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Find your way around this stadium. Substitution for Netherlands.
Stern test is for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Number 8.
France pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Doué showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Timber gets on his bike and on the move. Knocks it into space. Cross flung in towards the middle. It's out for a goal kick. Well, there's the clearance. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Reinders. And he's had it nicked away. Dembele. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now he's got space here. Caught offside that time.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 12.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Number 37.
Stefan de Vrij. Now Van de Ven. Van Dijk. Oh, terrible pass. Mbappe. And a chance! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
France have their lead. Oh, they could be caught out here. Tries to play it through. And the shot! In he goes again. It's in. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind.
And it is half-time in extra time.
This is a
Goals on both sides then, and a lot of tired limbs out there. We are down to the last chance for someone to try and win this. And the action has already restarted. This has been enthralling. So what to the last 15 shots? And he's stuck it away. It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Vifa. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Upamecano. Saliba. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And it's Fofana. Oh, it's a great ball. It's Dembele! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And now, great chance! Another one of football's and how moments. And he's straight offside. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Decent chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
The Netherlands with the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Doué. And it's Dembele.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Little doubt, that is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. France are down to 10 men. Reinders is flagged offside. And time is up. France illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen...